What's up, my fantastic human beings? It's your boy Droopy. Okay, I had this realization the other day when I was playing PUBG Mobile, and I had a teammate that I had to constantly pick up. It was crazy how often this person got knocked and how much I felt, and I literally felt like the burden of carrying someone else through the match. We end up getting the chicken dinner, which was dope. I love winning, but I also love learning something new about myself in the game, or learning something new about the game that I can apply in the next match or the next match and so on, that I can share with other people. So we got the chicken, and he got like, I don't know, 270 points or whatever, and 1 kill. And I got, I think, 12 kills. Some of them, I would say probably about like 20% of them were bots. After going through the match, I was going through and I was looking at the stats of each player. And this player had, I think it was like a 7.2 KD average. And for those of you who don't know, the 7.2, that means that for every death in a match, he's killing 7.2 bots. Now, some matches are probably 0. Other matches are maybe like 17. Anywhere in between fluctuates. And that's his over the season of season 18, season 17, season 19, whatever. 7.2 is his average in squad. And when I saw that 7.2, I was like, oh man, this is suspect, because I think it's suspect at 7.2 just in general. Anything over 5, that's suspect to me. That's just my experience. Y'all, you know, you may have a high KD and you're a real gyroscope phone player, 2 thumbs, and you are killing it, pun intended. You're killing it. You're doing great. You're accurate KD, boom. You are a lot better than me. You're double, 150% better than me. But when I see 7.2, that's suspect. Because he kept getting knocked. He only got 1 kill, and it's like a 270 or something like that points at the end. I have a 2.57 right now. I'm looking at this player's stats. I'm looking at the other 2 players' stats. The other 2 players are like a 1.1, 0.75 or something like that. 2.57, I think, last time I checked. And then a 7.2. The reason why I thought this was suspect is because his performance was not a 7.2 at a 7.2 kill per death ratio standard. I'm thinking this dude is going to go balls to the wall, know where every player is, and can read the map, can shot call, just perfect control over his squad, even if it's randoms, knows exactly what to say to articulate his point of where things are, where we need to go. Just a squad leader, like it would be like at the level of the Navy SEALs or the Rangers, or you know what I'm saying? So special forces and so on. And it really got me thinking. It made me think of someone who cheats in school, cheats on the exam. And these are just inconsequential, like, you know, reading comprehension or whatever. That one specific quiz, inconsequential. That test at the end of the week, inconsequential to the big picture. That exam, inconsequential to the big picture. But he passes, or she passes, because they cheated. Which then gives them the key to the door to go to the next level. That might be reading 101 or math 101, science 101. And then the next class is reading 102 or 201, math 201. That's the next class after one-on-one. And then you cheat for that next class. 301, 301, you know, so on and so forth. And then you get to college, or you're at that, you know, you're doing your graduate and you're doing good. You got the basics understood, but then that higher level type of education starts to come into play. And here and there, you get overwhelmed. That person gets overwhelmed, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know who to ask to help them. And then they remember back in high school or their undergrad, they went to the same website that they went to, or they went to the same friend that they used to go to. Hey, yo, can you hook me up with the data bank, the test question data bank or whatever, question bank? Yeah, I got you. And then they cheat again. They didn't cheat on everything. They cheated on those little individual, you know, they would have failed because they didn't want their parents to freak out, or they didn't want to lose their spot on the football team or the track team or soccer team or basketball team or baseball team. They didn't want their parents to look at them in disappointment that they failed. They didn't want their significant other, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their husband, their wife, their friends to look at them in disappointment because they failed an exam. Because if they didn't pass this exam, they would have lost their scholarship or whatever it was. So they cheated and they passed. So next thing you know, they graduate. They get their certificate of completion from that certification program, from the college, from that college program, from that high school, or whatever it was that they did. They got their certificate of completion. Now you have been given the keys to go out there into the world and just start opening up doors with that opportunity that you've been blessed with because of all the hard work. You earned it. You earned it. So then you find the job posting for, you know, marketing or finance or sales or whatever it was, maintenance, car maintenance, personal training, network security, irrigation, plumbing, doesn't matter what it is. You get that job opportunity, or the opportunity to interview for that job, and that opportunity is afforded to you because you got the certificate of completion. They're going to look at you and say, yeah, you meet all the minimum requirements. Let's schedule a time that we can talk on the phone or meet up for coffee or come down to the office, or we'll fly you out and have that interview. And then you get the job. You get the job. And then you're so excited, or that person is so excited they get that job. Next thing you know, the responsibilities of that job start to pile up. And the competency level of the person who cheated doesn't meet the minimum requirements of what would be expected of that person in the role that they just got hired for. The expectations are there. I expect you to be able to learn Microsoft, or know already Microsoft Excel, being able to put formulas in, the if-then formulas, the count-ifs, the Apple numbers, pages, PowerPoint, be able to make, you know, tables and reconcile differences in stock inventory or blah, 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 blah. And they don't know how to do any of that. So they spend all their time Googling and watching YouTube tutorials to try to get that competency level up, because their confidence is now destroyed, because their competence is not there. It's inexistent because they cheated. If they would have failed the exams, those little individual exams, the failure would say, you're not there yet. Doesn't mean that you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you're incapable of. It just means that you're not there yet. And there would be the place that other people would know you are competent enough to fill a role on a team of other individuals, and you're going to fill that gap, and we're going to be able to go from point A to point B now that you are here. The expectation is there, and you meet the expectation, and you know, because you have the confidence level that's met up with the competence level. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's why you don't cheat. That's why you don't cheat. I've cheated before. I've cheated many times on exams when I was in high school, when I was in middle school. I don't think in college I never did, because there wasn't any way of cheating. You just failed. Just failed. And you just hope that the percentages and averages that you end up with a C at the end of the semester. That was my standards back then. But I've since, as an adult, I'm 41 now, and I'm looking back at all the situations I've ever been in, and I realized that with my hearing level, I have hearing aids now, but I spent a large percentage of the time working for the company that I currently work for. Whenever someone at the end of a meeting that we would be taught a new skill or a new job or whatever it was, and they would ask, does anyone have any questions? And I would say, nope, because I don't know how to ask the right questions. I'm not good at articulating my position. Doing it like this, I'm in front of a camera. I know, I kind of feel I know what to say. It's different. But when there's a lot of stimulus around, I get that Doug the dog syndrome. I'm looking around, I'm like, oh man, I can't keep a level, linear thought process pattern. So yeah, I don't have any questions. So we, at the end of a learn or module or whatever it is, does anyone have any questions? Oh, good. Josh, you understand this? Yeah, I'm good. Because of pride. But I didn't know that I couldn't understand a lot of things because of what people were saying. It wasn't registering with my ears. I couldn't understand like every fourth or fifth word in a pattern. And I would have to guess what word was spoken that sounded like alien dialect, especially when we're wearing masks. So I'm now in a position where I'm trying to learn the things, trying to figure out where my there's like loss in competency in the patterns that it's hard to explain, but I'm now trying to learn the things that I should have stopped my instructors back then and say, I just don't understand what you just said. I need you to paint the picture for me, because I'm a visual learner, not auditory, not kinesthetic. I can't learn by reading, and I can't learn by listening. I have to watch it, I have to see it, and I have to make diagrams myself, like a mind map. So what if I'm in a role that people expect me to know my job, and their lives are at stake? Them going home at night is at stake. But I faked it till I made it, and now other people are going to suffer because of it. So that's kind of like what I thought about, like big picture. I'm expanding on it now because I'm talking to y'all, but that's why you don't cheat ever in real life and, you know, in the games and stuff, because you never know. The person, yes, it's just a game. Yeah, 100% it's just a freaking game. Because as soon as you die in the match, you just start anew. Get a new teammate. Call up a friend, be like, yo, let's roll. But when it's down to the line and people know that you're a good player, they expect you to perform at that level to get their back. This player, this 7.2 player KD ratio, didn't have my back. The person probably stopped cheating, and now they're real. One kill is probably their average of all the games that they've been playing since they quit cheating. They don't have the skill to back up the real players. The real players that are expecting them to pick up the slack. But how would you know until after the match you looked at their stats? Or how would you know unless you squad with them on a regular basis and be like, yo, your KD is high as heck. Hey, bro, why did you this last game only get one kill? You suffering from something? You having a bad day? And this also goes back to communication. Yo, I'm just not feeling good today. Let your squad members and your teammates and your dudes, your girls or whatever know you're not feeling it. You're feeling kind of blah. You're feeling like, you know, just you're feeling run down. You're not feeling quite as high as you normally feel, so that they know they have to amplify their levels up a little bit to compensate for yours being down low. It's just communication, just consideration. Be like, yo, what's up? I love y'all enough to be able to let you know I'm just not 100% today. Boom. So anyway, y'all, don't cheat. I gotta go. I love you. No matter where you are in the world, I hope you, your friends, and your family are happy, healthy, and safe. Until next video, I'll holler at y'all. Be good and help make the world a better place. Peace, y'all.